So this is Charlie Brown. Here's our concrete guy today. It's really Charlie Brown?
It is.
Did you know who Charlie Brown was when you
No.
were Charlie Brown?
No, we didn't have TVs, radios. When I come from Alaska, I had no clue.
How old are you?
68.
Unlike the cartoon character, this Charlie Brown pumps concrete for a living. If he seems a little impatient, maybe it's because once concrete is mixed, it's a race to get it poured before it hardens.
We're going to have 6 yards. It's a 5,000 mix. It's a straight sack.
Why do they call them yards?
Yard is 3 by 3 by 3 by 3. Yeah.
So a
that's
yard is a cubic yard.
Correct.
Okay. Why do they call measurements of wood cords? Like a cord of wood?
I don't know. Ask somebody in the wood business.
I might, but you're the only guy I'm talking to. I just
Yeah,
thought there might be some parallel between a yard of concrete and a cord of wood.
Well, I have a pretty good smart-ass answer for that, but I think we'll leave that one alone for right now.
So I think once it starts, it's going to happen pretty fast. The pour's started right there. That's going to go in the hopper. Then it's all going to get reduced down through those pipes. They get smaller and smaller. And you'll wind up in this 2-inch hose. And then we go down and fill up the jacket.
There she comes.
I can feel it.
All right, now we're ready.
Yep.
That's it. Bring it up in.
Yep. Yeah.
Throw that side there. Try to shove it in.
Yep. How many times you hit your head on this deck?
A couple thousand.
Jeez.
Yep, try to bring it up.
So the concrete that's going in is forcing the water out, basically.
Correct. So we got a little bit to go. You want to overfill it, bring it up a little higher. Can you slow it down, Paul? Slow it down. Stop right now.
Let's go ahead and do the next one, Jared, then put some in the middle.
All right.
It's a big black hose and it's hard to handle.
Go straight in. We can. Go ahead, send it. Send it.
Back's killing me, neck's killing me. Wrists hurt, knees are sore. Hamstrings are shot, quads are aching. So what makes it exciting is as the tide comes in, the water raises up, thereby giving you less and less headroom. So you think you've adjusted, and then you ring your bell again. Rinse and repeat.
Yep.
1 inch. We're top.
All right, all stop.
All stop!
I don't know how we're all going to say goodbye, so I'm going to go around, but you were awesome, dude. Hey. Awesome, Paul.
Good stuff, huh?
Thank you, man. I'm not going to say it was fun, but it was awesome. Thank you. You're all right, Charlie Brown. The truth is, the work really never stops. These guys are going to go on until they're done, and then there's another bridge and another pylon and another jacket, some more rebars, some more hammering, some more concrete, more Charlie Brown. It never ends. Unless you're me.
Nothing left to do at this point but head north to another dirty adventure. But not before acknowledging the whole gang here at National Marine Diving Services and thanking them for keeping one more bridge from falling down. If you've watched Dirty Jobs over the years, you know I've done my fair share of concrete jobs. But there was one job a few seasons back that took me to the inside of a ready-mixed drum, and it was brutal.
Your truck kicked my ass.
That was the day I swore I was done with concrete. I know. I said the same thing about diving. And you just saw me do a segment about diving and concrete. Well, this time I'm serious. No more concrete.
Guess where I am?
Today I've come to Charlotte, North Carolina to help some new friends clean the pits that collect concrete washout. Washout is a term that describes what's left over after cement trucks are literally washed out.
What's up? What's happening? How you doing, sir?
Mike.
Ricky Graves.
Ricky.
Yes, sir. Ricky.
Pleasure to meet you.
Scott
Pleasure to
Knowles.
meet you, sir.
Pleasure to meet you.
Scott,
Yes,
Rick.
sir.
Rick Scott.
Devin.
Devin?
Brandon.
Brandon. Rick Scott, Devin, Brandon.
Kevin.
Kevin. Rick Scott, Devin, Brandon, Kevin.
Yes.
Petroleum Tech?
Petroleum Tech.
Whose company is Petroleum Tech?
Yes.
You got it.
It's all of ours, but we're the principals.
Well, let's just get right to the point.
Yeah.
You can't do it without these.
No,
these kids.
that's the reason right there.
That's the reason.
That's the reason.
And let's be equally honest. You guys can't do what you're doing without these guys.
Exactly.
Here at Petroleum Tech, There is no clear division between labor and management. Everybody gets their hands dirty.
The bottom line is concrete being corrosive and somewhat toxic.
Yes, sir.
Can't go into our water supply until it's been
Treated.
treated.
Yes.
All right. Where do we begin?
That would be right here, digging into this giant cement-filled pit. Scott and Ricky started this company 9 years ago to provide a solution to a problem that most people don't even know exists.
The concrete supply company is a client of Petroleum Tech. This is obviously their facility. So they produce the concrete, and that goes off in a truck, and that's used on a job.
Correct.
Then a truck comes back with leavings in it.
Right. So they wash the barrels out. They fill it with water, about 500 gallons, and spin the barrels, and then dump the barrel cleanings out into this pit.
Okay, enough with the technical talk. Let's start sucking. This length of rubber suction hose is made out of high tensile material
Just kind of stretch it out.
Yeah.
to stand up to the serious vacuum forces that are routinely applied to it. In other words, this is a tough hose.
This is the hardest job here.
Why? You're just holding the hose. You ready? Yep.
Hold on tight.
Gee. Sorry.
Concrete washout is a toxic slurry containing heavy metals and other pollutants. All of it needs to be treated in order to keep it from contaminating rivers and lakes.
How long you been doing this?
I've been with them over, well, right around a year,
How long you gonna do it?
till they get rid of it.
That's what I said about this gig 20 years ago.
We start by breaking up the heavier and more stubborn chunks of sludge that might otherwise clog up the hose.
So what we do is just try to pace ourselves.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a marathon, not a sprint.
All this muck has to be sucked into the vacuum truck. Once the truck is full, we'll transfer the contents into the dry-out pit, where the water will separate from the concrete solids.
It's one of those situations where you can't really see progress, and a sense of futility sets in, but really, we started there, right around that line. So we're getting there. On the downside, we got to get all that.
You don't look down there.
There's still more to shovel and suck, but the truck is full. So it's over to the dry-out pit, where the sucking stops and the blowing begins.
All right, so we're gonna hook the discharge.
The second pit is smaller than the first and relies on gravity to separate the water from the heavier solids.
We'll be okay as long as he doesn't get too crazy with the pressure.
Yeah.
The best way to do this is straddle it and hold it.
I'm ready.
Here it comes. What'd you have for dinner?
Everything.
Think of this pit like a big sludge lake. Once filled, the water stays on top. Everything else heads to the bottom.
So we're ultimately going to take everything that's in that pit, and we're going to put it in this pit over the course of the day. No matter how many times you shake it, those last couple drops.
In the adjacent pit, we can see what the separation starts to look like. In front of the pit, we can see me trying to talk Ricky into letting me operate another machine I'm neither trained nor qualified to drive. Is this a great job or what?
How we doing?
We getting the last of the hump. See back here?
Yeah.
I was getting that dry out, so now all we do is suck that sludge. We got about another truck and a half this way. But we got a little dirty up there in the front.
You think? I can't see.
This is dirty jobs, Mike.
Yes, sir. All right, where's the brake?
I like it.
That-
Either side.
Either side's the brake?
Yeah, and then just don't mess up and hit that throttle unless we won't
Yeah.
hit throttle.
That would be bad. You got a windshield wiper?
Oh, hell no, man.
I feel like I gotta be able to see something. Here, let me wipe some of that off.
All right. Anybody got a rag? Let me get a water hose.
Yeah, we got some water? Yeah, a rag and a bottle of water.
Hey, Mike.
That'll work. North Carolina car wash.
Violations in the concrete washout business carry a penalty of up to $2,500. Probably best not to screw this one up.
Push the big stick.
Big stick down.
Yep. That's good.
Okay.
Let's go get some. Hell yeah.
It really is extraordinary. The number of times I've been trusted with the keys to machines I can't really operate.
There you go.
All right.
And then you'll go on and give it. You got about 300 horses, man. Use them all. Don't turn though. Just keep going straight if you can.
Keep going straight. Where's my wheels? I can't.
And straighten that one. Oh, yeah. Now tilt. You're good. Just stay this. Here you go. Right here's what you want.
Oh, that's your leg. Yeah, well, yeah, you should get off there, Zach.
Yeah, I'm gonna step off.
Even more extraordinary, the degree to which Zach trusts me not to run him into the wall. Before long, the pit is scooped out and Zach is still in one piece. I'd call that a win-win.
Hell yeah.
Nice! Well, now it's dirty jobs, isn't it? Nick, I'm no expert, but I think you got a little... Nah, it'll be fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, Zach Hall. Always willing to go where the action is, even when there's no obvious way to get there, even when the only way forward is straight down.
Right here. Can I get down there or is it too deep?
Yeah, you get down there. About where the shovel is about it. Yeah, all right. You got on muck boots, right?
Yeah, I got buck boots.
But still,
I can stand right in here.
Yeah, that's good.
That's deeper. Right where you're about to put your foot.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's under the boots.
Yeah, that's in the boots.
Because they're full.
So, it appears that we are, what, halfway done, maybe? We're halfway not done.
Yeah, halfway there.
Welcome back to Charlotte, North Carolina, where I'm helping the crew from Petroleum Tech clean out concrete washout pits.
So we're gonna drive the truck over again. We're gonna spit some of it out. Maybe come back and do that again, and maybe again, and then maybe again after that, and then maybe one more time after that. Then maybe one more time, and then,
Yeah,
right?
sounds right.
About like that.
The sucking and blowing is repeated until all the washout material is cleared from the pits. Now that we've separated the slurry from the sludge, it has to be rendered non-toxic. So how do you do that?
Do you do anything else besides the concrete world? You got other concerns?
Yeah, I'm real big in inventing and patents and stuff.
You got patents?
Yeah, so I like to do patents and build like, you know, the carbonic acid to clean this was a patent. I got to take CO2 and H2O and bond them and clean this water with dirty air.
Wait. You have a patent to clean this in a very specific way that uses CO2.
We take a CO2 and cleaning dirty ass water, making potable water out of it.
That's pretty great.
That's cool shit.
We're gonna have to look into that.
Well, that's what these machines are.
What machines? Those silver machines?
Yeah, that's what they do is they pull the water off here, run it through the machine, make that potable water, and take it to the reservoir.
You can't see this, Taylor. Don't even try. Oh my goodness. Holy crap. Look at that. Dude, you did it. That is, I wish I could show you this. I promise. Can't, nope. Proprietary information behind that door. Hydro innovations on the outside. Here, you can just see the bare bones of it. It's basically a filtration system.
So what we basically doing here is we're testing with a pH probe the N, and then that tells us how much of this, and it's carbon dioxide.
Yeah.
How much carbon dioxide to dose to get to the 6. So anything between a 6 and 9 won't kill fish or bad for humans. So the EPA will allow us to discharge water between a 6 and 9 pH.
So this device can actually make the water in that drinkable?
Yeah, let's go look. This water here, see this clear water coming out?
Yeah.
That's that water over there.
That's that water coming through the...
That's from that pond running through our house, real time.
Yeah.
We good.
Are we?
It's real. Yeah.
At a glance, Ricky looks like every other construction worker busting his ass in the noonday heat. In reality, he's more like a latter-day Thomas Edison, covered in concrete, saving the world's fresh water supply.
Proving once again that in order to get clean, you have to be willing to get dirty.
Oh, you got to get dirty, man. That's the fun part of this shit, man.
Let's suck some more.
Let's do it, man.
These upward-sloped washout containers hold 5.5 cubic yards, or over 1,000 gallons of concrete. Touching wet concrete, by the way, can cause chemical burns. So, you know, don't touch it.
Now, why not 2 vacuum trucks, 2 hoses, 8 guys?
Man, I'll tell you what, in America today, I'm grateful I got employees at work. I take care of them, love them, and getting a bunch of millennials working now, it's just amazing. It's a blessing. This kind of work is really counterintuitive to the way things are.
Yeah.
Our generation, this here's fun. The generation we have to have on the end of these, have to get a special guy.
Well, that's the kind of the point of this whole show, you know, for 20 years, finding people who, what do they say in the Army? Embrace the suck.
Yeah.
Like we'd have fun doing it.
So why did I break yet another resolution? Because civilized life as we know it depends on concrete. And there is no concrete without people on washout duty. Sometimes it sucks, and sometimes it blows. But make no mistake, it's got to be done, and nobody does it better than these guys.
So that's Kevin, and Devin, and Rick, and Brandon, and Scott. And they're going to be here sucking for the next hour or 2 or 5. I don't know. They're going to clean this whole thing out, then they'll probably move on to that one. But you get the basic idea. It's hot, it's essential, and I don't want to overstate it, but it's dirty.
What else can I tell you about this episode? 2 hard-working crews of men laboring out of sight and out of mind, doing what must be done to save our infrastructure. One crew working in the water, the other turning toxic water into potable H2O, both up to their necks in concrete. Think of them next time you drive over a bridge or walk into a high-rise. And think of me next time someone says, "I'll never do that again." Chances are, they don't know what they're talking about.